Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E507, a 1953D or 1963D Bank of America original roll. How is everybody doing today? I had to start early. I've been working out, spreading topsoil to put grass seed down, and I am going to be sleeping by the time 1 o'clock rolls around. So I figured I would get this in the book so I didn't fall behind. Wait for a couple of people to get in. Nanostacks, welcome to the show. And we will open this roll and get it started and hopefully find some goodies. Yeah, this old man ain't used to working as hard as I've worked the last 2 days. But it sure is nice to be able to use water without any restriction. You don't realize how much water you use until they tell you to not use as much as possible. Noob Coin Nerd, welcome. All right, we're going to get things rolling here with coin number 1, and that's my coin. I took the end coins for the... We have got, let me get my cheat sheet open. Lots of double dies, I believe. We're going to get lots of RPMs. See how many reverses and obverses we have. Mint marks. All right, we got some reverses and obverses. So I'm going to back this up and then click both. So we'll be looking at pretty much all the coins. Dirty Water, welcome. Nelson, welcome. AZ Coins, welcome. Southern Coin Hunter, welcome. It looks like it's beginning to be all around hard to get Lincoln cents. So get them while you can. Yep. I know Chuck told me yesterday that his banks... He was doing the loop to get boxes, and his banks will only let him get $5 at a time now. Yeah, I actually went and talked to the neighbor, and she says, no, we're still going to get them. I'm still going to get you boxes, so hopefully I'll be getting a box every week still. Yeah, 2 yards of topsoil is too much work for this old man. But it saved me $2,000, so, well, $1,800 after I bought the soil and everything. So I think for 1 day of suffering, it should be worth it. Come on, get in here. My sidekick Matilda is in here now. Grab 10 boxes. Your bank got you 10 boxes? Man, I am impressed, Dirty Water. You get them while you can. Coin number 4. Shinbone, welcome. See, I'm fortunate enough to know a teller, or she's actually the bank manager. And that's why she said she'll still get them, because they actually stopped giving boxes out to the general public about 2 years ago. You had to have a business account to get them. Coin number 5 for Stan. Hoping we find something good in this roll, because I got a sister roll sitting right next to me. Ah, cool. I actually bought a box of, I don't remember what it was. Bought a box this morning on eBay. It was $50 with and it included shipping. I think it was a 2024p. I think it was 2024p. And obviously lots of people bought them because the guy listed 15 boxes and sold them all in one day. So doubled his money in one day. Not a bad tubed rolls, 59 through 68S. Nice. You know, there's some good stuff to look for in those. I've been going through my boxes and trying sorting stuff and looking for stuff that has been long lost in the middle of the pile. And I found a box of 68S bank wrapped rolls. There's just not a ton of stuff to look for. But I buy everything that my local coin shop. He hasn't had anything in, gosh, it's been a little while now. I don't think I bought a roll from him in 3 months. I bought some nickel rolls from him. I don't know why I buy them. I probably got 1,500 nickel rolls here. I always say I'm going to look at them one day. I don't think there's enough days left. So far, nothing to speak of. Not uncommon for 63D. But there is quite a bit of stuff to find. Always concentrate on the FG and the early 60s. If you see that little fat, there's usually doubling somewhere. Yeah, you're like me. I look and look and look. That was like 83p and 84p. I've got a lot of the rolls that I bought since I actually bought the coins. But I used to look. I loved it. I looked at probably 1,000 of each in rolls. Never found a double die. And then you hear somebody, oh, the first roll I found 3. Oh, but it happens. It happens. I went through mint sewn bags, just crazy. Where I shouldn't have. I should have only went through a big old handful. But back then I was kind of naive about searching. It sounds like you got stuff to do for a while then, Dirty Water. I am glad that you ended up getting your box. I always panic. I've never actually had a box not show up. I did have one that said that it was rerouted. That took almost 2 months to get to me. And when it got to me, it was perfectly intact. I don't know why it got lost. Otis, welcome. Coin 13, Paul. This might be the last. I might try my next broadcast with no cough drop. I have a feeling that the cold is pretty much gone. Seeing that, I should just start right there. That way I know when I've seen the reverse. So far, nothing super good. Well, nothing good, actually. Just regular coins, and they're not great. They've had some definite storage issues in their life. You never know when it happens. It could have happened right when they came from the bank, or it could have happened, well, it couldn't have happened in the last 10 years. I'm not sure how long I've had this roll for. The box was an old box, but it was a box that I bought new, so it has to be within 10 years. Before that, I was just getting the bank to give me boxes. Yeah, got our new septic in. Boy, was it nice. My wife hit the showers and she was like, seemed like in it for a half hour, and then I took a shower and I seemed like I was in it for a half hour. For the last month and a half, we've been like jumping in and out. It's nice, like I say, to be able to use water freely. You don't realize just how spoiled you are until they say, oh, don't do this and don't do that until we get it done. Can't tell if that's a little hit. That is a hit. The weird part, Dirty Water, is when I did search the whole bags, I didn't even look for stuff like that. So if there was something in there, it went back to the bank. A little machine doubling on this one. Pretty much. I mean, we could use it, and it was working. It was not real capable of getting rid of the waste as fast as it should have. So he's like, do one load of laundry a day, run the dishwasher no more than once a day, quick showers. Don't sit there and have a relaxation moment of zen or whatever you want to do. the dogs, they did not like it because they got their bath in the hose. And the one, she knew. She's old enough to realize what going out and getting the hose out meant. She was not happy. All right, seen that one before, so we're not going to look at the reverse. Heck, I'd buy them all, Southern Coin Hunter. Get them all. Well, my water bill is, I don't even use the minimum amount of water. When we do, that's like, he says, well, you're going to have to water to put the grass on. It's going to have to water it for half hour every day or something like that. And he says, so your water bill is going to be going up. I says, well, what are you talking about? And I filled my pool up and I ran the water basically for 2 days, and it only cost me $30. So a half hour a day times 30 days is not even a full day of running. So it ain't going to even cost $30 for me to do that. It's like they give you this coupon that says that I'm using it for contracting reasons or filling the pool, so I don't need to pay the delivery charge and all this other stuff. I just pay the basic water fee. And I never even do it because it's not even worth the time to go get my $10 back. It would cost me in what I consider more than $10 worth of time. Not real well struck. Can see flat spots in the middle of the planchet. Use the neighbor's hose. You know, it's funny you say that because years back, and all the houses around me, they all have 3 or 4 different hose bibs around the outside. Years back, me and my wife went to Key West over Thanksgiving. And I come back, and in December, I got a $215 water bill. And then my neighbor brought over a security camera video of the neighbor filling his pool up from my hose. And his pool's 30,000 gallons. My pool's only like 6,000 gallons. So yeah, once you hit a certain, there's that die. Oh yeah, I was, and the bad part is it was a renter and they moved out. They had to fill the pool up to get their money back or something like that. Yeah, I definitely, enough to where I took the key off to turn it on so it didn't have the handle. I put the handles in the house. And the one tap that was by their house, there's actually a shutoff in my garage where I can actually turn it off. I got a good neighbor over there now. I don't think they'd do it. Matter of fact, I know they wouldn't. So I'm fortunate. I got some pretty good neighbors. I got one that whines a little bit, but he's still a good neighbor. Doug Rezak, good morning. I got your email. Very interesting. Very interesting. That is kind of neat to get a biography on somebody. So far, we got nothing in this roll. Next roll up. What are we doing next? 56D. I'm going to try and do that tomorrow. It might be Sunday. It depends how I feel when I get up in the morning tomorrow. I know that I'm going to be bedridden here pretty quick. It's amazing what 10 years does 10 years ago, I could work like a young man. Now it's like I work for a couple hours and I've got to go lay down for the day. Hit the bottle of pain medication. Matter of fact, I already got the ibuprofen cooking. Petraeus, welcome. Anybody had any good, interesting finds in the last few days? It's going to be nice to be able to start going through coins again. The last 2 days I've just been working. Almost 3 days now. The last coins I looked through was a roll I did on Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to get me a cough drop. Yeah, I don't get it, Shimbone. It's just like I'm lighter. I don't weigh as much. I've lost a bunch of the fat. Found a nice 2023 Shield unlisted DDR. Nice. What kind is it? Is it like doubling fatness on the initials, or is it in the Shield lines? I did, Doug. I did. I'm going to go over. I'm going to send you some pictures and go over. They are broken punches, but you're on the right track. All the RPMs listed, you'll either see them out like a second mint mark to the east, or you'll see top serifs. It's not just a single serif. Ooh, nice. Now wait, there is it's unlisted? I thought somebody had one that was listed that was pretty good. Or that might have been 2023D. But yes, you definitely good eye catching that. And I think that at one point those were listed. And John Wexler said that it was a broken punch, and it actually does look like a broken punch. I've got to see. Matter of fact, let me look. I might email you an image. I don't know if I've got any of those RPMs or not. I know RPM 1 is really nice to the east. And that's what you thought yours were. Yours actually are very convincing, except they don't have the mint mark to the east. 79. What do I have? I've got number 2. I've got a few of them. I want to get the 2024D DDR that Wexler lists. That's really nice. There's people that are listing stuff on eBay as it, but it's not that. Or they're listing it and they don't actually have a picture, and I'm not taking a chance with no photographs. Broken punch on what? On a 79D RPM. The bottom, it looks like there's a split serif, but it's like a little triangle that's broke out of the punch. If you go to Wexler's doubledie.com and hit repunch mint marks for 1979, it shows you right on top. All right, we've seen this one on the reverse. Now that's, I think, going to be a feature that we add too. when there's broken punches and stuff like that to the new copper coins. There's going to be a lot of new stuff on there when we get it all, or when Chuck gets it all. I shouldn't say we. All I do is take pictures. He's the one that's doing all the work on the website. Coin 36. Tim Weber. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a long nap in my future. But at least the hard part's done. I just got to spread grass seed about 5 o'clock tonight, throw some hay down, hit the water, and I'm done. Except for turning the water on and off for 2 weeks or so. Try to avoid feeding the birds. It actually can be, Otis. I spend a lot of time taking pictures, and some, especially the minor ones. The big ones are always easy, but you get to a lot of them, like in the 1960s, the split serif RPMs, like 1960D. First, you got 300 of them to go through, and there's probably at least 300 more that aren't listed. It's just mind-blowing how many minor ones there are. And those are the ones that take time, because you've got to do a lot of imaging and then cross-imaging through Photoshop. Right now, from what I understand, that is your actual true YouTube handle. And they're trying to stop duplication or some sort of spam from happening with the real names. So they've got this again. They'll go, when they figure it out, it went back for a day, about Tuesday. It was actually fine Tuesday. And then this time it was back to this again. And they even changed the engine that I'm broadcasting through YouTube with. There's the die scratch by the Y. Old Rally Shop, welcome. Next coin, Taco John. Coin 42, Kurt. But next roll that I do will be, we got this die, all right. Will be a 56D Megrig tube, so when you see it, it will be out of the roll because they are encapsulated in the roll. But this roll is looking to be a dud. We are getting far enough in where there's still a chance to find something. It's getting slim. Low die with the machine doubling. Yeah, so it is nothing that you did, Petraeus. It is YouTube that has caused it. I just take a heat gun and a pair of gloves and like a lint-free rag, and I go into the kitchen and heat the tube up at the end while I'm holding the bottom end, and you start heating it, and then you just give it a little tap on the towel and about half the roll will come out. Then you heat the other, and sometimes you gotta fight to get the last coin out, or the last 2 coins out. Sometimes that can take 10 minutes or so, but the first half a roll usually comes out in the first minute or so. You mean the toning on the side, Petraeus? A lot of that can be caused from the paper, the acid in the paper that they were in, if they were in paper rolls. And sometimes if it's really obviously different, it's because the roll was put together. Coin shops, they buy these Whitman folders and they pull the BU coins out. I always get the cover off first. I usually take I've got a scrap knife, and I just get in there and kind of pop it, and it pops off. But once the cover is off, then I heat the tube. Two more coins to go. But yeah, you can heat the cover if they're... pliers will work, but you can't squeeze too. You don't want to distort the tube. But the heat, you can hit the heat gun on the lid real quick too, because it will expand. You just got to be careful that you don't melt the tube. I know there's some people that throw them in the freezer and then throw them in hot water. I'm not a big fan of that. I think the heat gun's the easiest way. Alrighty, that is it for this roll. I will see everybody soon with the 56D. Of course, we got the reveal show Monday. I don't know. I think Chuck's supposed to do some broadcasting in this next day or two. I haven't talked to him recently, so I'm not sure. But I want to thank everybody for joining, and I hope to see everybody soon. We'll talk to y'all later.